Now, the Meghan Markle relaunch is fully underway, with the Duchess of Sussex throwing herself into a string of public appearances after she went to ground during the promotion of Prince Harry's wicked memoir, Spare. So yesterday, Meghan 2.0, as it's been branded, appeared alongside Harry at a Santa Barbara youth group to discuss mental health in a royal-style engagement that could become the norm if she pursues her rumoured political ambitions stateside. And remaining firmly in the limelight at the weekend, the couple were papped leaving a sushi restaurant after reportedly dining with Hollywood royalty, including Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz. And in the next hour, Meghan is due to accept yet another high-profile sham award, as she is called the Women of Vision, for her work empowering and advocating on behalf of women and girls, alongside the Black Voters Matter co-founder Latosha Brown. This is fascinating, by the way, given she's admitted she only works 1 hour a week for charity. Meanwhile, hapless husband Harry has launched a renewed attempt to pay for police protection in the UK after winning his bid last year to challenge the Home Office's original 2020 decision, which he claims is unlawful. However, government and police lawyers told the Duke of Sussex today that officers cannot be bought as private bodyguards for the wealthy. So, Tom Bauer, you predicted this, didn't you? You said there was going to be another PR onslaught from Meghan immediately after the coronation, so you've got that one completely right. But can you believe Harry's fighting yet another legal battle with the government?
Six in all. And in the end, I think he's going to find himself feeling very miserable because he can't beat the government on whether he can buy the police or not. And the whole media argument, which is raging at the moment against the Daily Mirror, and particularly against Piers Morgan, seems to be a bit thin. I mean, it really is quite extraordinary. Today, the court didn't sit in the afternoon because Harry's chief witness, a journalist, suddenly forgot to come in to be cross-examined. This is a man who was accused of being a drunk and a drug addict and found the questioning a bit abusive and clearly had a headache. But altogether, you know, his assault on the media can't end well, because he is using a lawyer, Sherborne, who's a bit of a smear merchant, not very popular in the courts, against a pucker cross-examiner, Green. And the judge will have already made up his mind what the outcome is going to be, regardless of what happens in the court. And I think Harry is going to find it very, very difficult to actually win this case.
But yesterday we had this extraordinary moment where that odd little bloke who's pretty much a propagandist for Harry and Meghan, he's called Omid Scobie. Looks very odd, this bloke. But he goes in and he says, I was on a week's work experience at the Sunday People, you know, the work experience kid. But they told me everything about phone hacking, which I think is very hard to believe. It really tests his credibility. But what my biggest issue was, is he said under oath in court, I have never socialised with Prince Harry. Problem is, in his book, that hagiography, Finding Freedom, in the prologue, he admits to going to a small drinks gathering with Harry. So where was he lying, Tom? Was he lying in court or was he lying in his book?
Well, he was lying altogether. But what's hilarious is that here's the man who gave an inaccurate statement that when he wrote the book, he didn't know and was unaware of any help from Meghan and Harry, when, of course, he got that help over a 2.5-hour briefing, and he knew that it came from Harry. And more importantly, he says how he and Meghan hugged on her last day in Buckingham Palace. So, you know, of course he's lying. He is, but the judge knows that. That's the whole point. Scobie's evidence. And what's important is that he didn't name the person who told him how to hack.
Indeed, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Look, Meghan's getting an award even though she spends a grand total of 1 hour a week working for her charity.
Yeah, but don't worry, Dan. This is going to go on. She will be able to find someone always who will give her an award, because that gives...
sham award.
Well, because it gives the organisations the publicity they want. Somehow this unknown group is now going to get global attention. That's what it's all about. You pay. It's a win-win situation for them. And Meghan will clearly believe that she is once more heading again towards heaven.